I'm Davy, and I'm awesome. And welcome to Davy's Awesome Stories, where I tell a funny story from my past or go on a rant in an effort to make you laugh. This week it's a rant and advice. I've worked in customer service for a very long time. My very first job was at McDonald's when I was 14 years old. And literally at every job like that I've had to work with the public where we have to ring them up in some shape or form. Every place, sometimes what happens is you're ringing something up and it doesn't come up right away, or it doesn't come up properly right away, and therefore you have to hear the same stupid joke. You have to hear the moron across from you go, well, it's free. And let me tell you straight up, not one single person you've ever said this to enjoys it. Because that's the thing, I've talked about this many times to many people, and many times I've heard people tell me, I do that all the time. They love it when I do that. They always laugh. Well, let me inform you of something. If they laugh at you, that's a courtesy. They're not genuinely laughing. They don't genuinely think it's funny. They're laughing on the outside, but on the inside, they're thinking, God, I wish you would just shut up. Because that's another thing. In all the years I've worked in customer service, all the years I've had to hear people say that stupid joke over and over again, going into break rooms and talking about how annoying it is, I've never had even one coworker tell me, oh, I love it when they do that. No, not once, not one time. Every time that I talk to a coworker about it, they say the same thing. Even if it's like the nicest, sweetest, most customer-oriented coworker I work with, they still have the same reaction. Oh God, I know. I hate when they do that. Everyone. Nobody enjoys this. The only person who thinks it's funny is you saying it. Now, I've also heard people that say they used to work in customer service and they didn't mind when people said that. You're lying and you're betraying everything you ever stood for. And even me, somebody who's been working in these kind of fields since I was 14, I'm almost 40 now, and hearing it over and over again, from working at fast food to working at gas stations and a pharmacy, several different grocery store type places, I have completely lost any ability to entertain the notion that that might even be a little bit humorous. I just can't. I can't pretend that that was even a little bit funny. So the best I can do when I'm ringing stuff up and something takes more than one attempt to ring up and the person on the other side of the counter has to throw out, well then it's free, is ignore you. That's the best I can do, is just pretend you didn't say nothing, pretend I went temporarily deaf and didn't hear you, and continue ringing things up. And I have gotten it to a science. I don't even look at the person anymore. They say it and I just continue, like. And the good thing is, most people just leave it at that. They leave it alone. They live in their little world of thinking, oh, he must not have heard me. Oh well. And they go on with their lives. But sadly, sometimes, some people can't let it be. Instead of accepting that little out I gave them to spare their feelings and let them believe that I just didn't hear them, they think to themselves, oh, he must not have heard me. Guess I should repeat myself. As if they've literally convinced themselves that what it was that I just didn't hear them, but I can't miss out on this great joke. So they repeat themselves. It's free, right? Right? It's free, boy. Right? And again, I've gotten this down to like a science. Like the first one is the most effective. It works most of the time. When they repeat themselves, this is almost as effective. I continue to ignore them. Don't look at them. Don't say anything. Don't crack a little smile. Nothing. Just continue. And again, usually if the person attempted to tell me a second time, they'll leave it alone at that. But some people won't. They'll not only continue, but they'll start explaining their joke as if I just didn't get it. You know, because if it doesn't ring up the first time, then that means it's free. That's how it works, right? It's free. Right? And the sad thing about this person, who's now not only repeated it, but explained it, is you can't just ignore them. Because they're not going to be satisfied with you just ignoring them. So the next step that will usually work against this person is just to give them that look that says, I heard you, I got it, it wasn't funny. Just simply as you're ringing them up. Yeah, usually they stop because they get it. The message has been sent. I heard you, but you're stupid. And they take that message and they let it go. They got you to acknowledge their joke, not in the way they wanted, but they're going to be like, okay, fine, and you're going to finish ringing up their stuff, they're going to give you money, you're going to give them a receipt and their change, and that's going to be the end of the day. But you also get those people who are not happy with that either. They're angry. They thought that was the greatest joke in the world. They spent years mastering it. Going at home, getting a notebook and writing it out like, okay, so when you go to the store, if it doesn't ring up right away, you say it's free. Oh, they'll love that one. And you just burst their bubble. Like apparently this guy was about to quit his job and start his career as a stand-up comedian, and you just put the kibosh on their dreams. Shame on you. So they're gonna say something. Well, I guess I'm not funny. And even though they guess correctly, the best thing you can do, because remember, you work in customer service. You gotta attempt to be nice. But you also gotta stay true to yourself. You also have a soul. So just ignore them. And usually that's it. They made you acknowledge them, and they expressed how they're not happy with your acknowledgement, but that's enough for them. They'll let it go. But not always. No, you will also get those people who are just not happy with you ignoring them. No matter what it is. No matter how crucial it is that they just let you ignore them. They want you to acknowledge not only their bad joke, but acknowledge that it is your fault for not laughing at their wonderful, well thought out joke, their masterpiece. I mean, I know I'm not funny, I'm not a comedian or anything, but you don't have to ignore me over there. And then at that point, again, there is just like one last ditch effort for this not to get to a point where you're going to be held accountable as being rude. And that's just to level with them. Well, I'm sorry, sir, but I hear that joke all the time, every day. I just don't think it's funny. Now this one, it could go 50-50 once you've gotten to that point. You could get the reasonable person who's like, oh, well, you know what, I guess that makes sense. I am sure you've heard that a lot. And just lets it go. Accepts to themselves that it's not me, it's not that I'm not funny, it's that he's just heard it a lot. Okay. Or it could also go the way of the person just letting you have it because, God forbid, you didn't laugh at them. Yeah, you know what, I know I'm not funny, but you're rude. And this here is horrible customer service. I make a little joke, and you just completely ignore me, and when you finally do acknowledge that I said something, you make me out to be just this really unfunny customer. Well, sorry. And I can't help but think I'm not the one who made you out to be that guy. You did. You're rude. Very rude. Yeah, I got it. I'm rude. And you should be ashamed of yourself. And you should be ashamed of yourself for sounding like King of the Hill. Again, the best you can do is just look at them, let them chew you out, ignore it, but don't say anything. Sadly though, I'm personally not very good at that. Like I have tried in the past, just let them finish chewing me out for being rude, for not laughing at them, then give them their total as a way of basically saying, okay, you made yourself clear, now get out of here. But I remember one time in particular, the guy, after going through that style of a rant, was just unhappy until I said something else. He just had to dig it out of me, just wouldn't stop digging at me. It was when I was working at a gas station. After going through a rant like that, about how rude I am for not laughing at his bad joke, he still continues with, that's it? Nothing? Nothing? You're not going to apologize for how rude you are? What exactly do you want me to say to you? You want me to apologize because you're not funny? I don't know what you want out of me, dude. I tried to be nice. I tried to be nice and just not say anything. But that's just not enough for you. You just have to keep goading me. You have to keep it out. Well, you want the truth? Here's the truth. You're lame. I don't know what to tell you. You're friggin' lame. You're saying the same stupid joke that I hear 1,000,000 times a day. And then you're mad because I don't act like you're original and funny, like you're the first person to say it to me. I clocked in 10 minutes ago, dude. You're not the first person to say it to me today. No, I did not get fired. He didn't even call the manager. He just huffed and puffed like he was going to, and then that was the end of it. But still, the moral of this story, you're not funny, so shut up. Now, most of the people I've told this story to in the past have basically just agreed with me that that's annoying and rude and stupid, But I do remember there was one person who actually tried to defend not only that guy, but everybody who does it. Because it was the same moron that said that not only does he do it, but he knows that they like it when he does it. And this was how he defended himself. Well, it is annoying when something doesn't ring up right away. And as the customer, we want to express our annoyance in some way or another. And it's our right to do that. So we try to do it, though, in a way that's humorous. And in my opinion, good customer service would dictate that you, as the person serving the customers, would just give them a nice little chuckle or a smile in a way that doesn't make them feel bad. Especially since we are the ones having to sit there and deal with your faulty equipment. Yes, he really said all that. And I'll tell you exactly what I said to him. Right after he finished, I sat there for a moment, collected my thoughts, and responded accordingly. Grow up. So there you have it. That's my story this week. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you did, make sure to hit like. Hit subscribe. Hit the little bell so you get notifications for when I post my videos. And leave a comment. Tell me how annoying you find it when people have to go, well, it's free, isn't it? Tell me if you're one of the idiots that say, well, it's free, so I can tell you what an idiot you are. Tell me about some of the other stupid things that they love to say over and over again as if they think that makes them funny. Love you guys.